You are tuned to the Witching Hours, and I'm your host, Kanaska Carter. On this episode, we're going to be talking about 9 different explanations for hauntings. I wrote a chapter about this in my book, How to Enhance Your Intuition. So the first category that I would have on this list would be a traumatic death left a spirit at the location in limbo to complete unfinished business. So this would be a situation where somebody went through something traumatic, and it was a traumatic death that had happened. So a murder, a suicide, something like that, where the spirit is stuck in this one place in limbo and is attempting to complete unfinished business or needs the help of the living in order to complete the unfinished business. So number 2 would be a traumatic incident occurred on location, leaving an energetic imprint that needs to be altered to bring in a better flow of energy. So having to do some sort of a cleansing ritual or something in order to get rid of this negative energetic imprint, which is left at the location. And this allows for a better flow of energy. Number 3, the death of someone was caused by a dark, tormented spirit or entity, and now their soul cannot roam free or pass on to the next cycle of reincarnation. I've had 2 cases throughout the history of doing psychic medium work where the person was actually attacked by a dark entity and it ended up taking their life. The first person, I warned them to move their camping spot. They didn't move. I said I felt a dark spirit was camping there with them. A week later, lightning hit that spot and killed my friend. And another time, I could sense that a dark spirit had almost possessed the person to commit suicide. And I told the mother of the person who had taken their life that I sensed a dark spirit and I had a vision of a shadowy being. And she said that yes, he was speaking about that before he took his life. So the remains of the living were buried disrespectfully on the site. This is number 4, and they now haunt the location or the home until they are laid to rest peacefully. So this is talking about the bones of somebody or the body of somebody or more than one person existing at a location until it is either the home is moved and people are paying their respects properly, or the bones are placed somewhere where it is resting peacefully. You will quite often see places being built on top of indigenous burial grounds and murders that occurred and the bones are still there. So it's like the spirit cannot go on to the next phase in existence. Number 5, a portal is on site that allows for paranormal activity to take place. So this could be somebody had done black magic on site, or they've opened up something by performing rituals maybe they shouldn't have been performing. Or maybe they wanted to open a portal. It could also be just an energetic hotspot on the planet where it's a gateway or a doorway. There could be mirrors facing each other that open up this portal and allow for entities to come through. It doesn't always have to be people who have passed away that are human that can come through. The person or people who live on location may simply be in tune with the spirit realm. This is number 6, and unaware that they are tuned in or gifted in this way. So this would be people who have psychic abilities. Maybe they might even be a medium for the spirit realm, or they're able to tap into more than what is going on in this physical reality. So they can see entities and beings beyond humans, or animals that you would just see in this physical realm. And that is why they have what appears to be a haunted house. But they are just very sensitive, and their senses are heightened. Number 7, bad Feng Shui. The arrangement of furniture, objects, wall color, and layout of the home does not support the flow of good qi and needs to be rearranged, or they need to move entirely. So you have clutter everywhere. You have old objects that have the energy of spirits who have passed away, or the energy of negative people attached to these antiques or these objects. You could have mirrors facing your bed. The placement of your bed, the wall colors are off or they're very dark colors. It's important to note that many hauntings or paranormal activity could be related to alien, extraterrestrial, or interdimensional contact. This is number 8. In some way, it's related to other entities or aliens. Alien abductions. Maybe these people have been abducted. Potentially appearing as something else, so these aliens are able to disguise themselves as something else entirely. Something to think about, for sure. I've had encounters with aliens my whole life, as well as spirits. Maybe they are related. You could be picking up interactions. So this is number 9. You could be picking up interactions happening in another dimension or reality that exists side by side with this dimension, invisible to the naked eye. So it could be in another timeline. It could be a time loop. You're viewing people from the past or from the future. You could also be just viewing them in the multiverse. That's it for this episode of The Witching Hours. Let me know what you guys think about the different types of paranormal activity and haunting explanations. I will see you next Wednesday, Thursday for another episode of The Witching Hours. I'm your host, Kanaska Carter.